Praise 102.5. It's your brother Ed Long checking in from Lit Nights with Ed. Monday through Friday, 11 o'clock p.m. to 1 o'clock a.m. You already know it's a lituation all week long. And I'm so excited right now to be on camera, live with my brother from another mother representing the east side of the ATL. Stevenson High School checking in, fellow alum, 1KPhew. What's up, bro?
I don't know nothing about that Stevenson,
Man, they don't know, man. Listen, Jaguars in here, Sonic Sounds, you feel what I'm saying? Listen, we're both A-Town representatives, and literally we are sweating right now. It's a zoo outside. We closed this thing out with Zoo Atlanta. Man, what's the inspiration behind that record? That's one of my favorite.
Man, just me being from Atlanta and just me going crazy, I just kind of got tired of saying turned up and piped up. So I'm like, nah, it's a zoo. You know what I'm saying? We're going all the way. You know
I love it.
Without the cages.
Man, listen.
You know what I'm saying? Zoo Atlanta.
Clicked up with my folk off Candler. You feel what I'm saying?
No cap.
Hey, we right here at Lakewood Amphitheater, Solaris Lakewood Amphitheater. You feel what I'm saying? Listen, right off University. Now, look, you're like 3 projects in. Now, I remember when you first came with the church going wild, all this stuff, shooting your own videos, etc. And anytime I do an interview, I'm always trying to teach because there's somebody that's watching you. I know that you're not where you totally desire to be yet, but you're much further than a lot of people have even been able to reach. You feel what I'm saying? And so what are some processes? What are some steps? What are some faith things? What are some actual applicable things that you would tell somebody who's watching right now as you went from just being an unsigned independent artist to now being on Reach Records running with the 116 clip?
Man, really just consistency, man, and just really keeping my faith in God and trusting God and not man. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people be trusting man with a lot of things, like, you know what I'm saying, putting their life in their hands. You feel me? Like, can you change my life? Can you do this for me? Can you do that? But it's like, nah, like, no man is perfect. Like, no man gon', you know what I'm saying, really do anything for you like God can. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, once I finally, you know what I'm saying, got in the rhythm of trusting God all the way and not, like, just use him as a cliche, like, that's when all the blessings start coming in and start rolling in, because at the same time, like, when you get out and bless, you got to be humble. Like, you got to keep a humble mindset, and you just got to be solid, man. You can't just change up and switch up. You feel what I'm saying?
Wow. So one, you said being consistent, staying humble, staying focused. What is your work regimen when we talk about consistency? Because somebody can really have a bad consistent habit. And well, if you said be consistent, you know what I'm saying? What does your day-to-day grind look like?
Man, I'm literally like I'm working every day, not just in the studio, but just watching like different interviews, watching different documentaries, just trying to better myself as a man and as a person. You feel what I'm saying? And getting in the word way more. Like, I used to not be in the word like at all like that, like not too heavy. You feel what I'm saying? But now I'm learning how to relate the word to my life, to what's going on right now. You feel me? So I really getting better and really getting more mature and really growing in my artistry. You feel what I'm saying? And really just surrounding myself with people, you know what I'm saying, with a solid mindset.
I love it. And since you talked about people, you know, you got the 1K famo, et cetera.
1K famo, man. Y'all know what's going on, man.
Listen, I guess I'm 1K Ed now. You feel what I'm saying?
No cap.
1K longest.
1K
to
long.
infinity and beyond. You feel what I'm saying? Listen,
hey, man.
When you're sitting there talking about growing, all those different things, I've been able to watch that. Literally, as I'm listening to your music, you're talking about different things. You know how sometimes the artist may come and may be talking about their aspirations. Then once they've reached a certain point, now they can go to the jewelry store. They can go to the Gucci store. They can go and do these things, and what they're talking about changes. And so with you, I'm hearing a shift in certain things. Do you feel like it's a responsibility to relay what you're learning to your listeners through your music?
For sure. It's because, like, just like my last project, What's Understood, it's like I talked about that a lot. In my new project, I talk about that a lot too. But, you know, just because What's Understood ain't got to be explained. Like, you know, everybody ain't got common sense. You feel what I'm saying? Common sense ain't common. So you gotta let people know. Like, because some people don't know. Like me, I was one of them. Like, I just literally didn't know. I was ignorant to the fact of just being successful. I had a whole different mindset of success. You feel what I'm saying? So when I had to really grow and mature my mind and really realize what I was doing, like, that's when I really stepped in it. And then, like, of course I'm gonna preach Jesus. Of course I'm gonna, like, put the gospel in my music, but also I'm not afraid to meet people where they at. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people are scared to meet people where they at, and they want people to adapt to their ways. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm really just creating like a new wave, like and I'm taking myself responsible for the new wave. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm frontline. We're not going to take it. Like, I'm in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I believe in it, which I do, I'm going to fight for it 110%.
Wow.
Sure.
You know, I always celebrate you because, and I've told this story before. I remember when you called me and you know, Jasmine, who's an awesome woman who's now Your wife.
My wife. Yes,
Last
sir.
year
Yes,
you
sir.
did something big on the stage.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Pulled the proposal and all that, man. The ring looks good on your finger.
Man, appreciate
and
it.
I remember a few years ago you called me and it was like, bro, you know, I got shorty pregnant. You feel what I'm saying?
At the crib.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I'm doing the gospel thing. I'm doing the faith-based thing. I don't want to seem hypocritical. I don't want to lose my audience. I remember just telling you, bro, just be consistent and, you know, everything will work out. You feel what I'm saying?
For sure.
So how was now that you got the married life? And talk about that for a second.
Man, it just feel good, man. It feel complete, if anything. You feel what I'm saying? One thing I would say, I wouldn't take nothing back. Like, I wouldn't change nothing I did in the past. Like, I feel like every lesson turned into a blessing. You feel what I'm saying?
For sure.
So, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't take nothing back, man. But now it's just like, it feels so complete, man. It's like, at first we're staying at our parents' house. Like, now we got our own spot.
Oh, y'all coming
You know
up.
what I'm saying? So
Come on,
like,
Jeffersons.
Man, it's a blessing, man. I can't take for granted. I can't take credit for none of it because it's all God. You feel what I'm saying? So if I just keep walking in, that's another thing. Like, I don't really be making plans or agendas for my life, bro. I just let God do his thing, bro. Like,
he's showing out.
For sure.
Last thing before we wrap. October 31st, something big is happening. Let the people know, sir.
Man, What's Understood, man. Woo 2, What's Understood 2, October 31st.
Already.
Biggest project of the year, period. I ain't going back and forth. Let's get it.
You already know what it is, man. Listen, it's Praise 102.5. Your brother Ed Long, Lit Nights with Ed and Bree. 1K coming through. Appreciate you, sir. Love you, man. Hey, as always, don't stop. Keep going. Cheer.